Hello, beautiful world. It's a beautiful morning in Southern California. Sunny, shiny, warm spring day. And today is day 60 of my detox journey. That's right. I have been on an intense detox journey for 60 days now, and I'm actually coming up on the end of it. It's been a journey. It's been an amazing adventure. It's been a spiritual time of awakening and new discoveries and epiphanies and fresh understandings and just new levels of clarity and awareness, and just realizing that so many of my issues, my struggles in my body and in my mind over the years have been 100% due to a toxic environment in my body. Toxic microbiome, toxic cellular poisons, and just years and years of accumulation of food that has had preservatives and chemicals and all sorts of different things that hurt our bodies and hurt our mind and pollute the vessel. And I have been committed to this detox journey for the last 60 days. And it's certainly not like anything I've ever done before in my life. I've never, ever have I done anything like this. Not anything even close to this ever in my entire life. And so it's been a process. It's been a journey. It's been challenging. I've had my ups and downs for sure. It's been difficult. There's been periods of difficulty, but there's also been periods of great ease and flow, and just feeling that what I'm doing is in divine alignment with my higher self, divine alignment with my higher purpose, divine alignment with what is good for me as a human being, what is good for my body, what is good for my soul, what is good for my spirit and my mind, what is good for my cells and my organs and my tissues, all the components of my body, my bones, my skin, my teeth, my hair, my eyes, my hearing, my feeling, my sensitivity to my five senses. It's just so many different facets that I feel like this cleanse has helped to clear and detox and bring back online, so to speak. I feel like a lot of who I am and a lot of my functionalities were being hindered by the poisons and by the toxins and by the just years of just self-medicating with various junk food and various substances. I used to party a lot back in the day, did lots of drugs back in the day, lots of alcohol, and they say that stuff can stay in your system for years. Sometimes it doesn't leave. I've watched some videos of some other people recently that have done similar deep cleansing and detoxing to what I've done, and they actually have said that they have felt or have tasted like certain chemicals, drug chemicals that they used to take, like pharmaceutical drugs in the past, or even like recreational drugs, party drugs like cocaine and other things. Like they have actually tasted those chemicals come out of their body, like come up out of their mouth and come out of the pores and so on and so forth. They've actually experienced the chemical release of some of those, and they could taste it and feel it, which that's crazy. I haven't had that, but it does happen, and it can happen. So some of these drugs, whether it be recreational party drugs or big pharma drugs, some of that stuff can stay in us for years, decades. Some of it won't leave. Some of the residue of these drugs, won't ever leave. They're forever chemicals in our bodies. And there are lots of forever chemicals, BPAs. There's whole list of chemicals that once we're exposed, once they go in, they stay in there, they stay in our bodies, and they create havoc, they create mayhem, they disrupt the hormone balance. They disrupt the gut microbiome. They disrupt a lot of things in the body, and it's by design. It's by intention to keep us sick and not feeling well, to keep our energy levels down so that we're addicted to coffee, we're addicted to the caffeine drinks, we're addicted to things that give us energy, because our energy producing mechanisms in our body are not working at all. They're not working right at all. And so it's no wonder why like Monster and all these energy drink companies and are just like such a big business. All these 5-hour energy, like everybody, you go to a gas station, what's at the register at the counter? Always 5-hour energy, 5-hour energy. Monster drinks, energy drinks, caffeine, blah blah blah. Everybody's so fucking tired. You ever like stop and ask yourself, why am I so tired all the time? A lot of people are tired all the time, and they don't know why. I can tell you why. It's because of what you're eating. It's because of what you're putting into your body. You're not giving your body the raw ingredients and materials that it needs to produce the energy that God designed your body to produce naturally, organically. That's how we were made. If we eat the right things, we put in the right fuel, we will have the right biochemical processes that will turn that healthy, high vibe, living, raw food into energy, and will help heal our mitochondria and help heal our bodily tissues and help with ATP production and help in all sorts of levels of energy and manifestation of energy in the body. So most people are not doing this. Most people are addicted to salt, oil, and sugar, and I myself am one of those people. I have had a lifelong addiction to salt, oil, and sugar. It's the sad diet, the standard American diet. We love our chips, we love our pizza, we love our hot dogs and our burgers, we love our ice cream and our donuts. We love our pastries and we love our English muffins and we love all the carbs. Yum, yum, yum. Give me the bread. I love bread. Give me more bread. Put some butter on it. Put some honey on it. Put some jam on it. Let's butter it up. Peanut butter and jelly. Give me the sugar. Sugar and carbs. And guess what? All that stuff just freaking fries your energy production mechanisms in the body. Like, you can't thrive long term on donuts and bread and pizza and hot dogs and hamburgers and cheeseburgers and all those things that so many of us love. And myself included, I love all those things. I still love all those things, but I'm not eating them anymore. And it's not because I don't love them. They taste delicious, and that's the part of me that loves them, is the part of me that is addicted to the flavor and addicted to the dopamine spike when you eat those types of foods. But it's a spike, so anything that spikes obviously goes down. Whatever goes up comes down. And so I'm transitioning from a pleasure-seeking, dopamine hit mentality of when it comes to eating food into a more of a conscious, mindful approach of understanding that what I'm eating, looking at everything that I eat, everything that I put into my body, and putting that under the microscope of whether or not, will this give me life and vitality? Will this heal my body? Will this heal my cells? Will this give me mitochondrial energy at a cellular level? Will it help my mind and my brain produce? Will it help my gut produce the neurotransmitters, dopamine, serotonin, norepinephrine? Will it help my gut microbiome to be healthy so they can produce the neurotransmitters in my brain that I need to function at full capacity every day, all day, without the need for caffeine, without the need for external stimulants, without the need for bottles and bottles of supplements? I was that guy. For years, I was that guy. I would just take handfuls of supplements in the morning. I would drink coffee, and then I would take handfuls of supplements in the morning, and then I'd take more supplements in the afternoon, and I would get tired, and then I'd go grab some donuts, or I'd get tired, I'd go grab some sort of, carby, sugary, processed crap to give me some energy. And people, I look healthy, so it it didn't show on the outside. Like I've always been thin. You know, I have a high testosterone level naturally, which is a blessing. So, you know, whatever I put in just burns up. So I never show externally, you know, on my body this crap that I was eating. But where it manifested for me was internally, and in my moods, in my emotions, in my energy, lack of energy, in my you know, in the depression that I struggled with for years, and other habits that I couldn't seem to kick, like pornography and just eating food that wasn't serving me. And yeah, this has been a journey of cleansing. Like my cravings are gone. Like I don't have cravings for donuts or pizza or any of that crap. I haven't watched porn in over 60 days. While I've been on this detox, I have no desire or interest to watch porn, because I feel like I have risen to a new level of awareness and awakening and spiritual discernment, where I know that the things that are fake, the fake things, the false gods, the what's the word I'm looking for? Like the counterfeit. Like, you know, the Bible talks about the devil being the great counterfeiter. So God has things that are authentic and real and true, and then the devil has the counterfeit or the fake version of those true and beautiful things. And I'm standing on an anthill. The issue, and what you come to realize over time, is that the things that are counterfeit are fleeting. They don't last. You get a little hit, you get a high for a little bit, you get a buzz, you watch some porn, you get a little buzz, you get a little high for a minute, and then it goes away. It doesn't last. That's the thing. That's how you can tell the difference between real and fake. That's how you can tell the difference between what God designed and what God's real and true is best for us is, because that lasts. Whereas the quote-unquote the devil, as some people might refer to it as, the devil's counterfeit or the fake version is that which doesn't last. That's which is fleeting. I heard Peter Crone describe, you know, one of the best definitions for addiction that I've ever heard is something that almost works. And man, have I been there more times than I can count, trying to get over that some sort of deep feeling in my soul, or this feeling uncomfortable, feeling sad, feeling depressed, whatever, anxiety, whatever kind of emotion I'm feeling, and trying to get that quick fix with addictive habits and addictive, you know, tendencies. And guess what? Every single time it would almost work, but it never did work fully. Never, ever, ever did any of my addictions prove to satisfy in the long run, in the long term. Never, ever, ever, ever has any addiction served me long term. But you know what is serving me right now, at least for the past 60 days, and I believe in my heart that it will continue to serve me in many, many days, months, and years to come, is this commitment to eating raw, living, high vibe, high energy, nutrient dense, all natural foods from the earth, and giving up all of my addictions to processed foods, to anything that comes in, you know, box, a package or a bag, giving up things that have ingredients in them that I don't understand what the ingredients are. Like if there's anything on a label, I don't know what it is, I'm not eating it. I have to read every label. You have to read every label. I highly recommend. If you're not reading your food labels, and you're just putting stuff into your mouth, into your body mindlessly, then you're you're basically at the mercy of whatever that chemical that you don't know that you're even eating is going to do to your body. You're totally at the mercy of that. And then you wonder why you feel like shit, but you're not being mindful about what you're putting in. Like, it doesn't make any sense. Like if you have a high performance sports car, you're not going to pull up to the gas pump and just close your eyes and just grab any one of the gas pumps, any one of the octanes, whether it be 89, 93, 87. You're just going to randomly grab one of the hoses and just put it in your gas tank and pump the gas in. Would you do that with your car? If you have a high performance, like nice high performance vehicle? No, you're not going to do that. So, but why are we doing that with our bodies? Why are we doing that with our vessels? That, you know, this is a temple. We've been given temples. This is a temple of the Holy Spirit, and most of us are not treating it as such. And so you go to the gas pump and you have your high performance vehicle and you put in random gas and you drive off and then the car's not running right. And you're like, huh, that's interesting. Why isn't the car running right? Why is this engine pinging and bucking and it's just not shifting right? And what's going on here? Like, it's just a simple analogy that you wouldn't do that with a high performance vehicle, but we do that with our bodies. We put in random crap and then wonder why we don't feel good. Like, it's not rocket science, people. It really is not rocket science. It's really quite simple. So, I have leveled up my game in regards to what I'm putting into my body. Obviously, like super, super mindful. And I'm reading every label. I used to read, I've been reading labels for a while. But I'm even scrutinizing more so now. And I'm even trying to avoid things that have labels. Food that comes in a box or a bag or a package, if I can. It's hard to do that unless you're living off the grid, growing all of your own fruits and vegetables, which that is the goal. Eventually, that is where I will get to. But for right now, I'm just being super mindful and reading every single ingredient label that's on anything that I put into my body. And a big one that's in everything that people don't seem to recognize is added sugar. If you read things that you quote unquote are healthy, like I buy Trader Joe's, I was buying Trader Joe's organic banana chips. It's dried banana chips, which I love bananas. I love crunchy dry banana chips, one of my favorite snacks. Trader Joe's, you think they're healthy. Organic, right? Organic banana chips. You look on the back, those organic banana chips have added sugar. Why do you need to add sugar to bananas? I don't understand. It doesn't make any sense. But God didn't fuck up the banana recipe. God made the banana recipe fine as it is. You don't need to add sugar to bananas. But they add sugar to organic bananas. Trader Joe's. Because it tastes better for some people, not for me. I don't like super sweet, sugary banana chips. Like the bananas are already sweet as it is. Like, I don't need more sugar in the banana. But for a lot of people that are addicted to sugar, and that's our society, salt, oil, and sugar are the three vices of most Americans and most people of Western diets. We're addicted to sugar. We love more sugar. And the food manufacturers, they know this. So they're going to put more sugar in our food. Why? Because they sell more. They make more money. If it tastes better, if it's sweeter, people are going to buy more of it. But guess what? This food is making you sick. But the food manufacturers, they don't care. No. Mm-mm. Because they're holding hands with Big Pharma. And it's actually beneficial to make us sick. Because the more sick we get, the more drugs we take, and the more the medical system benefits. And it's just a circle of sickness, drugs, sickness, drugs, sickness, drugs. It goes around and around and around. There's more money to be made with keeping people sick and treating them for a lifetime than healing them in one shot. Why do we want to heal people? That doesn't make money. No. We don't want to heal people. We want to keep them sick. Yeah, because then we can make trillions and trillions and trillions of dollars. Like, wake up, people. This is the world we live in. This is the fucking matrix that we live in, okay? This is not BS. This is real life. This is what's happening. You are being poisoned daily with the food that you eat, and it's addictive food by design to keep you hooked, so you keep eating it, and you keep getting sick, and you keep going to the doctor, and you keep taking meds, and you keep having to have operations, and you keep having to, just be dependent on the medical system indefinitely. That's the goal. That's their goal. That's the goal of the Matrix, is to keep you dependent on the medical system forever. Okay? Wake the F up, people. This is reality. This is what's happening. Okay? And I am super dialed in, more so than ever before, about this and what's happening, and how food, specifically food, it's like a silent demon. It's like the elixir of the Matrix. It's like food is the one thing that everybody has to have, that everybody loves, and nobody is aware of the fact that so much of the food that we eat is poison. Most people are not aware of I go to Costco and I go shopping. Any supermarket for that matter, but Costco, Jimbo, Trader Joe's, whatever, and I'm not intentionally like looking at other people's carts, but I just happen to see other people's carts just because I'm walking through, and I have a level of awareness now where I'm just curious, like, what are other humans putting into their bodies? And I will see cart after cart after cart, more carts that I can count, full of chips and soda and cookies and cake and ice cream and candy and like bread and processed meats and hot dogs and hamburgers and Beyond Burgers and like all this quote unquote healthy vegan meats. Like, that is all chemical BS, dude. That is just all poison. And I look at these people, and so I look at the cart, and this is not a judgment, no judgment here. It's just observations. Like, you get to a level of awareness in your journey, you can make a distinction between awareness, having an awareness about something, and judging people. I don't judge people. I try not to judge people. I'm very mindful of my tendency to judge. I'm a human. We're all humans. We have a tendency to judge. I'm aware of that tendency. And so I just try to observe. Like, I don't want to judge anybody. I just want to observe and take in data and information. And so many times I will look at the cart with the person and see all the junk in that cart, all the poisons, all the toxins in that cart, and then I'll look at the person and they just don't look good. They don't look good. They're fat, they're pale, they're just like, they don't look good. You could tell when you look at someone if they look healthy or not. People that are healthy have a level of vibration, a level of energy coming off of them that people that are not healthy do not have, okay? I've noticed this transformation in myself in the past 60 days. Like, since I've been on this detox journey, I see it in my face. I see it in my skin. I'm curious if you guys see it in this video right now. Can you see my skin? How it looks? Youthful it looks, how clear it looks, how healthy it looks. Can you see my aura and my energy field right now through this video? Are you looking at a person that looks sick? Do I look sick to you, or do I look healthy to you? Do I look low vibe, toxic to you, or do I look high vibe, toxic, toxin free, clear? Do I look clear and cleansed and healthy? Does my energy suggest a person that is not healthy, or does my energy and my aura and my appearance and my skin and my facial features and the way I'm communicating in this video right now, does it suggest a healthy person or an unhealthy person? I let you decide, okay? But right now, I feel healthy as fuck. I don't think I've ever felt healthier in my whole life. As a matter of fact, I know I haven't. I can say with 1,000% certainty and confidence that I have never felt healthier in my entire life. I'm 48 years old. At the time of this recording, I have never felt healthier in my entire life than I feel right the F now. I've never felt more clear in my mind. I've never felt more clear in my soul, in my spirit, in my heart. I've never felt more peace. I've never felt more just like contentment with life and just like feeling like everything's going the way it's supposed to go. Like, I really can't do it wrong. Like, everything is going the way I'm on the right path. I'm doing the thing. I'm doing the hard thing, and it's paying off. It's paying dividends already. I'm only 2 months into this journey, and it's already paying huge dividends. Huge. And so, yeah, I just want to encourage everyone, like, if you're sick, if you're dealing with mental illness, if you're dealing with diabetes, heart disease, cancer, high blood pressure, I mean, there's the list of ailments that humans are struggling with right now is endless. And all of those elements can be healed if we detox our bodies, if we heal our bodies, if we get rid of the poisons that are killing us. Literally, it's not our bodies that are killing us. It's the poisons that we've been ingesting for decades that are killing us. Okay? And if we can get rid of the poisons, if we can get rid of the toxins, if we can cleanse our vessel, if we can clear our souls and our minds and our spirits and our energy bodies, we can become whole, happy, healed, and complete. There is nothing lacking. God did not design these bodies to function lackluster, in a lackluster way. God did not design our bodies to be sick and to be tired and to be dealing with all sorts of struggles and mental illness and physical distress and all of this crap that so many people deal with, that have to that medicate, use medication to solve their issues, to Medication doesn't actually heal anything. Medication just helps manage the symptoms. The problem, the underlying problem, is still there, and it's always going to be there. As long as you're continuing to take meds to medicate the symptoms, and you don't actually ever address the root cause of what's causing the symptoms, you will be sick forever. Is that what you want? Is that the kind of life you want to live? Perpetual sickness? Perpetual anxiety? Perpetual depression? Perpetual exhaustion and feeling tired and feeling unmotivated and feeling lost and confused and alone and sad and all of these low vibration emotions? Is that that's what you want to feel? If you're feeling that right now, do you want to feel that way forever? Well, guess what? I got tired of feeling that way. I got tired of feeling like shit. And the only thing I have tried so many things over the years. I went to the psychologist and the psychiatrist. I got the medications. I got the prescriptions for all the psych meds and ADHD meds and the depression, antidepressant meds. I got all the meds. I tried all the meds. They didn't work. They worked for like a week or two, and then I just felt worse. They didn't work. So then I said, screw this. This isn't working. Then I tried the recreational drugs. I smoked weed for a long time to mitigate my problems. That wasn't a solution. Like pretty much everything I tried that was external to my body, everything that I tried that was absent of actually addressing the root issue, which is the toxins and the poisons in my body, I was self-medicating. Pick your poison. You can go to the doctor and get meds, or you can go smoke a joint. For a lot of people, I don't have anything against weed. For a lot of people, it helps them. It's a natural medicine. I get it. If it helps you and it's not hurting you, then I'm all for it. And we're all different. But for me, weed was a crutch. It wasn't helping me in the long run. It was a temporary crutch. It wasn't helping. And it was because I was avoiding the root issue. I didn't want to deal with the deep shadow work. I didn't want to do the deep shadow work. I didn't want to do the deep cleansing. I was addicted to food. I was addicted to my vices. I didn't want to go there. I was not ready to give that shit up. I wasn't. And so I'd rather suffer in misery if it meant I get to eat my pizza and my donuts and my ice cream and my burgers and my french fries. It's okay. I could be depressed as long as I get to eat my yummy food. But I just got sick of that. I'm like, I don't want to be this way anymore. I don't want to live this way anymore. This is not the life that I signed up for. This is not why I incarnated on this planet. Okay? This is not why I incarnated on Earth. I did not incarnate on Earth to be sick and tired and depressed and anxious. I did not. Like, what the heck? But I was just lost in this coma. I was lost in this coma of food addiction and porn addiction and drug addiction and alcohol addiction. I was just comatose with all of these vices to keep me moving just enough. I would take just enough to get me through a day, but I wasn't thriving. I wasn't living my soul's purpose. I wasn't in alignment with my highest calling. I wasn't making a difference for humanity in a real and powerful and positive way. I wasn't. I was just coping. I was just surviving. I was in survival mode. And if anybody watching this feel like you're in survival mode, well, guess what? I'm a testament to the fact that you don't have to stay there. You can get out. There is a way out. There is a way to thrive. There is a way to be healthy. There is a way to have limitless energy. And it's all free of chemicals, free of drugs, free of pharmaceuticals. You don't need any of that crap. You don't need any of that crap. Free of caffeine, free of coffee, free of monster drinks, free of all that. You don't need any of it. You don't need any of it. All you have to do is clean your body, detox your mind and your body, and eat foods that are high vibration. Eat foods that God put on this planet for us to eat. God designed us, and God designed this planet, and God designed food on this planet for us. And when we eat the food on this planet that God designed, we feel like God. We become God-like. That is a fact, ladies and gentlemen. We reach God mode. We reach levels of energy and vitality and cognitive function and connection and well-being and all these amazing attributes come online when we cleanse, heal, and eat what God has put on the earth for us to eat. if you bought any piece of machinery, any kind of appliance, and you need to learn how to use that appliance or use that piece of machinery, whatever it is, are you going to read the manual to figure out how to use the thing properly? Or are you just going to start pressing buttons and start turning knobs and hope that shit works? No, you're not going to do that. You're going to blow it up. You're going to break the damn thing. If you're smart, you're going to read the manual and figure out how the machine works, what it needs to operate properly, and you're going to follow those instructions. Duh. Why aren't we doing the same thing with our bodies? Hello? Just a question. Have you ever thought about that? Why am I not doing the same thing with my freaking body, my vessel, my earth suit? We have these suits that we got when we came to this planet, and these suits help us do amazing things. We can create amazing things. We can travel to the ends of the earth. We can jump off bridges. We can dive into oceans. We can surf. We can swim. We can snowboard. We can skateboard. We can skydive. There's endless things we can do with these bodies. These bodies are amazing. Okay? But you can't do those things if you're not well, and if you can't do those things if you're sick and you're full of poison and you're toxic, and you think just willy-nilly, randomly just throwing stuff in your mouth, not reading the manual, not really taking the time to figure out what does my body need at a cellular level? What do my cells need at a deep mitochondrial atomic level? What do I need to put in here to get an output, to get maximum output here and here and here? Have you ever thought about it that way? I'm thinking about that a lot. As a matter of fact, that's all I think about these days is what can I put in? What is the best thing I can put in my mind? So I'm also reading books and listening to podcasts and absorbing knowledge and wisdom from my mind that helps my body and helps my spirit and my soul. So that's one part. So what are you putting into your mind? Turn off the news, turn off the propaganda, turn off the BS programming, turn all that shit off. It'll fuck up your head in a second. Put into your mind those things that will expand you, the things that will help you heal, the things that will help you grow, the things that will help you become a bigger and better and more powerful human being on planet Earth. You need to put those things into your mind. They're not. If you just let things come in randomly, bad shit's gonna go in. You got to take control over. You got to take control over what you put into your mind. You don't allow things to go in randomly. You wouldn't just lay on your back and just allow random strangers to come and with your mouth open. Would you lay on your back on the ground with your mouth open and just on the street and just allow random strangers to come and just pour whatever they want into your mouth? They can just put whatever they want. Yeah, sure, here. Go ahead, put it whatever. I don't care. Put whatever you want into your mouth. But we're doing the same thing with our fucking minds. Okay? We're watching stuff and we're allowing the media platforms to put stuff into our minds that we did not give them permission to do. Why? Why are we doing this? Why are you doing this? Why have I've done it? Everything I'm saying right here is me speaking my truth, my perspective from my personal experience. The only thing that I'm conveying to you in this video right now is my experience. This is what has been my experience, and this is what is currently my experience. Okay? So we got to be stewards of our minds and stewards of our bodies, both. You can't do one without the other. You have to do both. So right now, I'm at a place in my life where I am hyper vigilant as to what I'm putting into my mind and what I'm putting into my mouth. Hyper vigilant, okay? And it is paying off. Huge dividends. It is paying off. I feel so good in my soul. I feel so good in my mind. I feel so good in my body. And if you can't hear that in my voice, if you can't see that on my face, then I don't know what to tell you, because this shit's working. That's all I could say. This shit is working, and I'm going to continue on this journey. I'm not even close to being finished. I'm just getting started. Just getting started. So yeah, I think that's it. I just wanted to jump on here real quick and just capture what's in my on my mind and on my heart this morning at day 60 of this very intense and cleansing, healing, detox, juice journey, fruit journey. The power of fruit to heal our body is amazing, ladies and gentlemen. The power of raw foods, raw living foods to heal our body and our mind is amazing. Again, God put this stuff on our planet to heal us. It's not rocket science. It's actually really, really simple. And the Bible says in Genesis 1:29, I'm paraphrasing the verse, I don't know the exact words, but basically the concept of Genesis 1:29, go check it out for yourself, is having to do with, I put on the earth trees with seeds and fruit. Fruit with seeds, something like that. And then God says, let this be your food. Okay? God says in Genesis 1:29, eat fruit, ladies and gentlemen. And I wouldn't believe it. Like if you would ask me 2 months ago to eat fruit for 60 days and drink juice, fruit juice for 60 days, that would heal me. If you told me that, I'd be like, come on. That's too simple. No, that's not gonna work. Give me a break. No. Don't I need like medication? Don't I need to do carnivore? Don't I need to do keto? Don't I need to do vegetarian? Don't I need to do vegan? Don't I need to try all these other things and see if they work? And I'm not knocking any of those. Like if any of those work for you, then I support you. I support whatever works. My position is always, I support whatever works for you. And that can be different from what works for me. But be honest with yourself. Is what you're doing really working? Because a lot of us, I think, get caught up in like this, like we have to like believe to ourselves that it's working, but it's really not working. And we don't want to admit to ourselves that it's not working. We don't want to admit to other people that it's not working. Like we get caught up in the dogma of being a vegan or being a vegetarian or being a carnivore. And behind the scenes, we feel like shit. Like, don't be that person. Be authentic with yourself. Be extremely self-referencing. Meaning, don't rely on the opinions and the judgment of others to guide your life. Guide your own life. Reference your own self. Be the leader of you, the leader of one, yourself. And so, yeah, if you had told me that fruit would heal me, I would have laughed in your face 2 months ago. But now I stand on the other side of that. I stand on the other side of that experience and I'm laughing. I'm laughing from another perspective. I'm laughing because it did work. That's why I'm laughing. I'm not laughing because it didn't work or because I was skeptical that it would work, that it wouldn't work. I'm laughing because it actually did work. And that's the irony of it all, is that it did work. And I feel so good. I feel so good. So I encourage you all, if you're dealing with any kind of crap, and guess what? This world is a tough place. There's lots of shit we got to deal with on the daily. And you have two choices. You can continue to self-medicate. You can continue to engage in your addictive behaviors. And if you can continue to wallow in your anxiety and your depression and all of your mental illnesses. But if you're like me, you got to a point, or you're getting to a point, maybe even when you're watching this, that you're just getting sick and tired of all that. You're sick and tired of doing things that almost work. And you want something that really works. And I'm here to share with you today in this video that I have found something that has really worked for me. And it has worked for other people too. I'm not the only one. There are lots of other people. If you start doing research of the benefits of raw living foods and deep juice cleansing, detoxing, like multiple months, like 40 days plus of juice detox, and removing mucoid plaque and removing biofilm out of the intestines, like a total gut microbiome restoration and intestinal gut cleanse and restoration. If you do that, and it takes 40 days at least to get this process done right. if you do that process, if you can commit and you have the inner strength and the willpower and the discipline and the love, it really comes down to self-love. Like, if you love yourself enough to do the hard thing with the intention of knowing that once you complete that hard thing, you will feel better than you've ever felt in your life. You'll have more energy. You'll feel more connected to yourself, more connected to everybody else. You'll feel more on your mission, more on your purpose. You'll have more divine guidance and divine intuition, and your spiritual gifts will start to come online. Your psychic abilities will start to come online. Your ability to transcend the struggles and the stresses of this world. Guess what, ladies and gentlemen? This world's not getting any easier, all right? With the age that we're in, with technology and AI advancing, the way AI is advancing, and the constant increase in just like consumerism and propaganda and just like the commitments that we have. It's not, people aren't waking up every day and realizing they have less commitments. People are waking up every day and realizing they have more commitments, and they're stressed out. And that's why they go to these addictions. That's why they go to the caffeine and the drugs and the pharma and the food, because you're stressed to the max. You can't handle anymore. You're stressed to the max. You have too much on your plate. You have too many responsibilities, and you're running around ragged all day long, morning till night, trying to get a carrot, struggling to pay the bills still. Like you lay your head on the pillow at night, and you're like, I've been busting my ass all damn day, and I still can't pay the bills. Like, what the F? Something's gotta give, yo. I can't keep going like this. I'm not gonna make it much longer if I stay where I'm at. I'm not gonna make it much longer if I keep doing the same shit over and over and over every single day, expecting a different result. I'm not gonna fucking make it. And so I'm here to tell you that life ain't gonna slow down. No, if anything, it's gonna get faster. You're gonna have more shit to do. You're gonna have more responsibilities. You're gonna have more stuff to worry about and take care of. The only thing you can do is increase your personal capacity. The only thing you can do is raise your level of energy, raise your cognitive function, raise your life force within your bodies, within every cell of your body. You raise that up to a level to where you're floating across above the ground like Neo in the Matrix, and life is throwing all these bullets, more bullets than ever. Life's throwing at you, pew, pew, and you're like Neo. You're just like, whoa. You know that scene in the Matrix where Neo's like dodging the bullets and we're going, pshoo, pshoo. They're going right past him, pshoo. The Matrix didn't change. Neo changed. Good luck changing the Matrix, ladies and gentlemen. It ain't gonna happen. The only power that you have, the only possible solution that there is to change yourself so that you can start dodging bullets. And it doesn't matter how many bullets come your way. It doesn't matter how many bullets are flying at your face. You can dodge them all because you've elevated. You've elevated your capacity. That's the only option. That's the only option that I see. If you got a better option, I'm all ears. Please let me know. I'd love to hear a better option. But where I stand right now, today, on planet Earth, May 9th, 2025, the only option I see to be able to navigate this world in a better way is to become a better human. That's the only way I see it. That's the only option we have, in my opinion. So, that's it. I hope this video finds you well, or at least on your way to wellness. I hope it has brought you some encouragement. I hope you can feel the love in my heart and in my soul for you, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, whatever your struggles are. I love you. You're not alone. You can do this. It takes a level of self-love. I will not lie. It takes getting uncomfortable. It takes doing the hard thing. But I can tell you this, if you do what is easy, life will be hard. If you do what is hard, life will be easy. And in the words of Lou Brown, I believe that was his famous quote. Love Lou Brown. Yeah, that's it, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, I love you all. I wish you all the most wealth, health, peace, prosperity. I'm here, and my intention, my heart is to basically stand for and embody and this is the last thing I'll say before I cut this video, is my desire and my intention right now is to embody the 4 levels of fulfillment, which are love, and not in any specific order. Like, you need all 4 of these in order to fully embody as a human and to have true peace in your heart and success, I believe. But the 4 pillars are love, health, money, and service. You can't have you can't have 3 of the 4, really. In the beginning, you can. It's okay. Like, if you're at a place where you don't have a lot of love, you don't have a lot of money, your health is not that great, and you're not in service in some capacity, and I'm not talking service like your job. I'm talking like spiritual service from your soul to humanity. Like, how are you helping heal the collective? That service, that mission. What is that for you? But when you get to a place where you have love in abundance, you have money in abundance, you have service in abundance, and you have your health is like dialed in and abundantly healthy. If you have those 4 things, you will not be depressed. You will not be anxious. You will not be a victim anymore. That's it. That's all I got. Love y'all. Catch you on the next one. Peace. Go eat some fruit.